the first time Ski Mask came through, I fucked with him like pretty much almost every time it comes through Portland. My homie Il Chris hooks us up and make sure we always link. But the first time Ski Mask came through, I remember he was buying so much stuff, and he was like, "Bro, this is a little overpriced. Can you do me a deal? You know, I'm buying a lot. Like, you know who I am. Like, I know who you're Ski Mask Slump God. Of course, I know who you are.
Right,
like,
right.
You're like one of my favorite rappers right now." And
Do he wear the mask when he in the shop?
No, Ski Mask don't wear a mask. Now he's got that Yu-Gi-Oh chain.
Okay.
Which that's crazy, but yeah, he was that was like at the height of him too, with like X and everyone. Like that whole group was blowing up, and I just like I gravitated towards Ski Mask originally, and then having him come through, I was like, man, that's crazy. Like we were playing foosball all night. Like he was just in the shop for like 6 hours.
That's what's up. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Garage Talks 5417 podcast. I'm your host, Desmond Reynolds, aka The Peacekeeper. And on this episode, I got two wonderful gentlemen coming down from Portland, Oregon. We got Mr. Wyatt, the owner of Pallet, in here. Been owning Pallet for a few years now. We also got the manager at Pallet, Woody, my guy Woody Turner, chilling. And they came by to have an excellent conversation with your boy. So we're going to get right to it. Fellas, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
It's good, bro. Thanks for having me. Good to see you, fam.
Absolutely. What's up, y'all? How we doing? How we been?
Oh, pretty good. I mean, things have just been chilling.
Yeah.
Been good, bro. Yeah.
Y'all been on the grind like crazy.
Yeah.
Gotta be
nonstop.
Woody, me and you talk all the time. I'm like, man, what you doing at work?
Yeah.
Like, man. But that's good. That's good.
It's a nonstop grind. Even just trying to even fit stuff like this in that's like cool and fun. We're like, man, we could drive down, spend it all nighters, like in there and back.
Man, you guys, yeah, for real. I mean, we're recording this episode. You guys came down. It's almost 11 at night, and you guys came down from Portland and driving back up. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Y'all some real ones. For sure. For sure. Y'all some real ones. Man, it really is good. How's Wyatt? How's the store been? How's everything going?
Man, it's been cool. Recently, this is like the fifth time we move. So this location's definitely been a lot better than this is like my favorite one so far. And we've been growing like on social media and sales wise, surely but slowly.
Most definitely.
But the coolest thing that I've seen that we grow in is like the amount of good stuff that we get in.
Gotcha.
Like
you saying like items and merchandise?
Yeah, just like really cool, rare stuff is like at every other spot, it's been like, oh yeah, we got some cool in. But like here, it's like every other day we get some crazy stuff in now. So it's like that base is building, and like being able to have that like cool inventory in 24/7.
Absolutely.
Is getting to like a pretty solid point. So I'm excited about that. Yeah.
That's amazing. How do you, I always wondered, I'm glad we're talking about the merchandise off bat. Like, how do you determine, and Woody jump in on this, how do you guys determine what's worthy to be in the store, and how do you guys determine the value of it?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, honestly, bro, if you know, you know what's gonna be popular, what's gonna hold its value, and what's not, honestly.
Most definitely.
And it's not a secret, but it's just like, honestly, just how you sell things too. Like, if you know something's important to you, it looks cool, and you tell someone else like, hey, check this out. Yeah, it's gonna look cool to them too, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how people start their brands and all that. So
absolutely. Yeah. So if it's like a vintage WWF shirt, that's
anything like that. It's just kind of, I've always focused it off of like, I always say like the store is about curating culture. So like anything that excites me and like gets me going, I'm like, fuck, that's crazy. Like
Most def.
I'm like, that's obviously a good fit.
Absolutely.
Anything that I like is like a respectable, like, oh yeah, I remember that. Like vintage wise, like that was cool. Like we just got a Jungle Book T-shirt in from like the original release, and it's like I was stoked on that, and I was like, I know that's good. It's like one of like the coolest like childhood memories I've had is like a good Disney movie.
Absolutely.
And it was like released when the book was out there, so the value of things kind of when an item's like a vintage tee is like $300, it's because there's like a few different things in there, and like the Jungle Book tee is like we had it like 35, I think. But when you get like a good vintage tee, it's because it's like released at a time and date. It's not a reprint. It's that thing that commemorates that feeling that people have. And there's different, like there's qualities of it. There's how old it is, the condition of it. And you kind of just like put into like a point system in your head. And I feel like Woody and I are both at the point where we kind of just see something where we're like, that'll go for that much.
That'll go.
And it's kind of hard to explain that. But when you're like if you found like an old school Power Rangers tee that was licensed, that was merchandised for Power Rangers.
Shit.
You got to think about like how hard was that when Power Rangers was big to find that.
Most definitely, exactly.
And stuff like that is where like if you found like an all over print, there's probably only like 50 left.
Right.
And then so with a good conditions, kind of stuff like that, you kind of like pick the price point based off of that. And obviously we always try and price stuff out fair. So
absolutely.
if we find any like confirmations on like any site, we try and do a little bit less than that or whatever. But
most definitely.
Yeah, it's just kind of knowing what you're looking at, and like if it gets you excited, it's going to get other people excited.
Exactly. Why? That's amazing, man. That's amazing. What's like from each of you? I want to hear what is like one of the craziest shirts you got in where you were just blown away, like Jungle Book level. You were just saying, like, what's something that just stood out to y'all that someone maybe brought in and didn't even know what they had.
Man, we were just talking about this last week.
Okay.
And I don't think either of us had an answer because it's such a hard question.
Yeah.
Do you think about it more?
Yeah, and I have, but honestly, yeah, bro, it's tough.
Because it's so much that comes in. Is that why? It's just you've seen so much come in.
Like
Dude,
stuff you wouldn't even believe.
Man.
Like you wouldn't even believe. Like seeing.
I mean, every time we FaceTime, I'm like, damn, you showing me something. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's so hard because you find something really sick and you're like, I need that. But then the next day something comes in and it's like we just got into Fragment Dover Street Market tees. That was a collaboration just for Dover Street Market store.
Wow.
And it's like Fragment is like one of my favorite Japanese brands.
For sure. And when you say Fragment, you're talking like who made the Fragment ones and stuff like that.
100%. And so like, and that's like Fragment ones are what got me into Fragment. And then once I started learning more about Fragment, I started realizing like Fragment's not even a clothing brand as much as it is a consultant where a company will hire them and they will make products for them under Fragment styling, essentially.
Yeah. What?
And so like that was like what the Dover Street Market tee was. They just like Fragment only really releases collaborations. They have a couple things that they just do themselves, but that's like one of the things that I find so cool about it is that people are like, yo, I need that Fragment styling, and he just like throws it.
For sure.
And yeah, so like the two Fragment tees like matching black and white coming in is like crazy. And then I mean there's just all sorts of crazy stuff that comes in. Woody just got a fucking Dave Chappelle How High tee.
Yeah.
Man, I seen that. That was tough. I'm a Chappelle fan. That was tough.
Bro.
And I thought about you when I was like, oh, Dez is gonna mess with this shirt. Tough, bro.
Tough.
I was like,
what size was it?
XL.
We make it work. We make that work.
Hey, it's perfect for me.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, a lot of like and like we were saying, like stuff that gets like you excited too, like anything that I find like dated. I was born in '94, so like anything that I find that's dated '94, I'm like, I gotta keep that.
Got to.
And stuff like that, where it's definitely like really sick. I found a lot of being born and raised in Portland. Any like old school stuff from Portland, like I found a PIR racing tee from '94. I was like, that's mine.
No, what?
Like and just like stuff like not necessarily the most expensive, but like meaningful.
Most definitely.
You know.
Most definitely. I got I was rocking. So my dad, he used to play for U of O basketball, and I got one of his old shirts. It got holes in it and stuff, but people sweat it every time I rock it. Because they just see the vintage in it.
Yeah.
They're like, that goes hard, bro.
Bro, you got to bring it to
nice.
Sasha, dude.
For real?
Yeah, we got Sasha in the back right now for a little bit longer. He just got hired on at Nike, but
Oh, shout out.
bro, you got anything with holes that you want redone? Dude's like the craziest, most talented guy that will
mama.
fix up anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bro,
that's
and do it like he'll either do it to where you don't even know it was ever a hole in it, or like cool, like
Yo.
kind of stitching on it. Like he's.
I might send that home with you all right quick, low key. Let me know for real. It's in the closet right now, man. It's a dope shirt.
Yeah, no, we like that's another thing that's been super cool about Sasha. Just got back from Paris, going to school out there and working at Balenciaga, and he got back home. He was like, he first started his like workshop
Right.
in the back of my first store, and he was like, bro, I want to do that again. I was like, hell yeah. And since he's been back, we get stuff with like crazy Grateful Dead tees or something like that, and it's got a hole in it. I'm like, yo, fix this up, and then it's just like immaculate again,
And just like it was never.
yeah. Oh man, yeah, he's
That's
crazy.
wild.
That's
I
been
have
a
him
cool
make
addition.
pants and stuff for me. It's been like super dope, man. Like I get to customize my own pants, like Carhartts, whatever I want, man.
See
Look
there.
it up for me too.
Sheesh, yeah,
Good
yeah.
price.
Plug me in real quick. I
Bro,
need that
it's
shirt
definitely
right.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Like we just got like a Balenciaga, Celine, and now he's a high-end designer at Nike, or not high-level designer at Nike, but having that at like the disposal, being like, yo, you think you can work with this? And
Absolute.
he like just does it for love, you know, like everything he
See.
does, he puts his heart and soul into it, so it's cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's because y'all work with love, man. And when I came up to your shop that first time back in May, I just felt it. I was like, this dude love what he do. This is baby right here. You know,
for sure, yeah.
you got Odin up in there chilling. Shout out to your dog Odin.
Yeah, every day.
It just, I felt it real, recognized real. So I was like, all right, bet.
No, absolutely. I wouldn't be able to do anything else, really. Like the store, being able to have my dog in there and being able to be who I am genuinely.
How much that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, everything. Like I've had other jobs where, like I was a union carpenter for a long time, and I just was never excited about going to work. And even though like running small businesses is always just like putting out fires and like figuring out how you're gonna get to the next month, it's my fires, and it's like,
That part.
you know, and it's like the stuff that you care about.
That part.
And so, yeah, it's just, and also, you know, being able to be around friends and have your dog with you every day is like, you can't, it's worth everything.
That energy is contagious. Like I said, I felt it as soon as I walked in the door.
Yeah,
You know, Woody was telling me about y'all. And
It's something I'm very grateful for sure.
absolutely. What, so Wyatt, you said you guys moved 5 times. Pallet has.
Yeah, 4 times, I guess.
4 times?
Yeah.
What makes this location, the current one, your favorite? What makes it like this is where you want to call home?
Yeah, there's so many different reasons why. Like I said, being born and raised in Portland, like everyone grew up shopping on Hawthorne. That was where you went to go find the steals. Like back in the day, Babe sweatpants at like $50. And if
the
you know how to
Babes.
authenticate stuff, you could get stuff for crazy steals.
Right.
And it was just like you go up and down Hawthorne, there's like 7 stores there. And now there's even more. And I remember the first store we opened up in Chinatown, it was Chinatown back in like 2018 was still really cool. Chinatown had its peak really in like 2015, 2000, and you know, like middle of there.
For sure.
But it was like a cool community of people, and that was super sick. But on our tailing out of there, we were like kind of talking about like, dude, if we could get to Hawthorne, that'd be perfect.
For sure.
And, you know, 3 locations later, we're finally there.
Finally
And just kind of the right spot opened up at the right time, and everything kind of just aligned. And I was like, I've just kind of have to pull a trigger on this and
Absolutely.
make it work. And it's been cool for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Manifesting
That part right there. Cause you've been owning Pallet for how long now? How long since you established Pallet?
So I established Pallet in 2/2 of 22.
Okay. So
And,
COVID still rocking. COVID was a little crazy.
yeah, but before then, for 3 years, I had another storefront with two buddies, and I was like consigning clothing at like a high level at Compound Gallery. And so Compound Gallery like is what made Chinatown.
Really?
Yeah, it was. It's owned by a first generation immigrant, or was. He had to close it down due to COVID, but he was a first generation Japanese immigrant that came here and had like 3 other businesses. And Compound started off as just like Japanese collectibles, Japanese clothing.
It was crazy. It was my favorite place to go.
Oh, Woody, you would go up in there?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
He's the godfather of Portland streetwear for sure. Like, Katsu was crazy.
Yeah.
And once I like got in with them and started bringing in a bunch of streetwear, like, you know, Supreme, Palace, Bape, and
Stussy, you name it.
yeah, he had a Stussy retail account. He has Stussy collaborations and stuff. So that's where like I got like my foothold in and like started really getting understanding and knowledge.
Absolute.
And Reese, Jordan, and I were like, man, like my consignment sales alone could like pay for rent. And Jordan had his brand at the time, Bro Pluto, and he was killing it with that too. Like it was going crazy. And
was that wasn't one of your partners you was with?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was Jordan and Reese were like 2 of my partners, and then Reese was like just a wealth of knowledge of stuff, and we were like, dude, we should just pull a trigger and do it ourselves.
Do it yourselves.
And Katsu was like, he gave us a blessing, and he wasn't, you know, going to be upset about it. And he was the whole time that we were there, like doing stuff. He always said it was so you could do this yourself. Oh, and so when that time came, he was cool about it. Once we started being, I wouldn't say a threat, but he viewed us as a threat. Eventually, he was not as cool about it.
Dang.
But it's a weird thing. Portland always has that fear of competition where, like, that's kind of what keeps us small is, like, you know, like, LA doesn't have a fear of competition with all the other similar businesses because it brings everyone down for that similar thing.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, in the beginning, he was, like, full on board, excited about it. And, yeah, we were rocking that for 3 years. And once COVID hit, we were surviving for another year after that. But Chinatown just went so crazy. We had to move out.
Man.
And when we went to move, Jordan and Reese kind of tapped out for a little bit. And I was like, I was too scared to go to a regular job. I was like, I have nothing else. I can't give up.
I was going to ask, how'd you, because you see Compound and unfortunately them going under with COVID. Yeah, how'd you stay motivated and just lit that fire to say, you know what, I'm going to start my business? Because a lot of people be like, oh, this just ain't the time.
Well, Compound didn't go under until like 2 years in. Nah, I'm wrong. Compound didn't go under until 4 years in. Actually, once I was Pallet.
Oh, okay.
So once I moved from the first location to the second, I started an LLC with just myself as like the owner of it, and that's when I like changed all the branding and everything over.
Right.
But seeing Compound go down was like really sad. By that time, me and the owner were at war though. Like he like reached out to like Huff. I had a Huff account.
Oh, snaps.
And it's not like Huff's sick. Huff has really cool accessories and stuff, but they're on their way down. Like they're not really doing as much as they should be doing for that size of a company. And so I wasn't like that sad, but he like reached out to them and was like, don't sell to Pallet.
Oh, that's crazy.
And he would do shit like that all the time.
That's wild.
And so like,
how would you handle that? Would you like email him and be like, look, bro, you need to chill?
No, I'm crazy, man.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, no, I went down there and I like fucking started screaming and yelling at him. And
I don't blame you. You trying to start your baby. You trying to grow it.
No, yeah, it's always been a lot of fucking fighting. Like you got to fight for everything you got for sure. And seeing Compound go down after like a lot of that stuff going on, any business that I've seen start up or go down, there's been so many like-minded businesses that weren't able to survive. But I'm just kind of that person where like it just fuels me more. Like I'm not going to be the one to give up before greatness.
Most definitely.
And we're definitely not at the greatness level. We're not anywhere near I want to be, but like getting Woody on and like getting Jake on and getting the team like together strong is like the next level, and then like I never want to give up on the next level kind of thing.
Most
so
definitely.
like seeing like other people kind of like crash out, and then getting to the point of where like, okay, if people are crashing out right now, if businesses all around are going down, how do we kind of pivot and stay afloat until things are good enough to get to that next level?
Would you say you guys are kind of the top, or not even kind of, would you say you guys are top dog in Portland as far as like the streetwear go now?
Clothing wise, like, yeah. Sneaker wise, nah. Index is like the ones.
They're the one. But clothing wise, you guys got it. Go to Pallet.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
There we go. That's what I love to hear.
Yeah, I feel like honestly,
That's how I feel about Garage Talks. You want to have a good conversation, come on Garage Talks.
yeah. I mean, I was kind of thinking about this the other day. I've been struggling with whether or not to post this into content because I don't want to like just jab at people. But we're like the only store that authenticates anything.
Really?
Yeah, like
Now,
the
Wyatt,
corporations you can't blame.
Wyatt, just for our listeners and stuff, especially here in Lane County, they don't know as much about this to explain authentication in that process because they're going to have to know that.
So like with vintage, it's not really that big of a deal. Like some bootlegs are still really cool. Even though it's not licensed, it's like, okay, well, that was still like a bootleg concert tee sold outside of like a Snoop Dogg show.
For sure.
That's still cool.
Absolutely.
That gets me excited. Like that's still cool to me. But like when it comes to like designer or streetwear,
Jordans, Nikes.
yeah, like Yeezys, anything like that, it's like if you're selling something to someone and you're selling like, let's say, a fragment tee, and someone's buying into that and they're paying that premium to get a fragment tee, as the seller, like that's solely your responsibility to make sure that you're selling that to them. That's authentic and that's like what they're paying for.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot of stores out there that like, I mean, I understand why they would do it. You know, if you wholesaling a bunch of essentials off of Alibaba, which nobody knows how to authenticate because it's just such a like bland brand. There's not like much tagging that goes into it, and like authenticating it isn't the easiest. Like Hellstar or
Spider.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like that stuff's hot and it's easy to sell. It's easy to buck out.
Kids love it. They don't really care.
They don't even care. As long as the logo's there and everything, it's moving.
But the thing that, and it's like if a kid wants to wear a fake Spider hoodie, cool. But if you're gonna sell a kid a fake Spider hoodie at $300 that you got for $20,
and then tell them it's like, real, and then they bring it to
lie,
us, and then confused.
Bro, I remember when I was a kid, I had this Supreme beanie that I swore was real, and it got authenticated, and it was fake. And I was sick to my stomach.
I was just gonna ask that question too. Have y'all ever got just the wool pulled over?
Yeah,
everyone does. When you're getting into it, you don't know everything. It's
right, you're right.
And there's no school on this shit, you know. So you gotta like just crash and burn until you know how to ride straight.
Sounds like experience.
Yeah. And so like trying to like, I think having a store that sells that kind of stuff, that sells Jordans, that sells Supreme Bape and stuff that is faked,
most definitely,
that's your responsibility to make sure you're selling real stuff.
Absolutely.
And there's like three stores in Portland that for sure like just sell whatever.
That's crazy. Y'all do better, stores do better, man. You got kids already trying to compare too much and do their thing, so
dude,
you know, gotta be fair, man. So Woody, I want you to elaborate. I love this story. Will you share with me how you two met and how you ended up getting on to Pallet with Wyatt?
So like he said, man, I would always be in Chinatown, just shopping, looking for clothes, shoes. You already know me, Dez.
I already
bro,
know.
I got a problem. I'd be shopping, bro.
His problem looking fly, y'all. Looking fly.
You already know. I'd bring in, like, you know, some old stuff that I'd want to trade in and be shopping and stuff, chop it up with them, exchange, like, clothes or just get some cash, be hanging out in Portland.
You be chill.
And then one day, man, I just asked him, I was like, you hiring at all, bro? Like, you know, if you need anybody, I was like, bro, I'd love to work here, bro.
Love to.
And I don't know if he, like, you know, took me serious at the time or whatever, but I was like, you already know, Dez, this is my, like, shit.
This is
Yeah, bro,
it makes your heart beat.
The shit that I want to do.
It makes your heart beat. I see it every time.
I really want to do. And he hit me up, man, just one day.
I think it was in passing.
Yeah.
I was walking out at Nick's and I saw you. I was like, "Hey, bro, you still down?"
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was so weird because I was like kind of bummed because I thought he like wasn't there, and I was like, dang, I was gonna talk to him, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh snap, perfect. And I was like, dang. Then I hit y'all up and I was like, bro, watch, I'm finna work at fucking Pallet. Watch. Man. This shit's finna work out for me, bro. And I'm like, and then ever since, bro, I don't know, man. I just got on and just been trying to be a sponge, bro, and just soak in all the knowledge. But also, like, you know, just show some love and just, like, bro, throw some game out there too, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like the thing with like Woody too. It like came at like the perfect timing. In this industry, it's so hard to find people that know about it, or it's hard to find people that know too much of what they think about it, and then they're either like not willing to put work in. They're not, you know, they're like, oh, I know how to like authenticate vape, and it's like, well, that's like 10% of it. You know, there's like so much that goes into it's such an intricate job where there's a lot of time where it's kind of like low and like slow, but then there's like a lot that goes into everything, and there's a lot of like attention to detail.
Absolutely.
And so I like had just gotten rid of like a whole crew, and then I went across the street for lunch, and I like closed up shop because I didn't have enough staff to like be open because it was just me in there at the time.
Dang, wow.
I remember I walked out and I saw Woody and I was like, "Hey, yo, you still down?" Yeah.
It's a blessing, man.
No, yeah, he's been.
Well, you feel like he's elevated business, helped everything out with the shop?
Yeah, I mean, like the main thing for me is like just a big stress reliever.
Oh, that's huge.
You know, it's like I could take something down to the post office without being like, fuck, is someone gonna walk in right before I have to leave? And like I know like I can trust him to like handle any situation that goes on, like whether you know it's crazy or not.
Absolutely.
He's got like a good head on his shoulders where in Portland you never know what's gonna happen. So being able to have like someone that's like intelligent and willful and like care about something as much as you care is like it's a blessing.
Man, definitely that part is huge.
Yeah.
Cause I just know I'm like, shoot, bro. Someone like took my Jordans or my Babe sweatshirt from me. I'm like, shit. Like I don't even know where that's gonna happen at. Not here, not today.
That part.
So it's just like I don't know. It's just always just gotta be like that. But I don't know. We don't get like too many crazy problems, but no, it's been chill, bro. Like I said, I don't know. It's just universe just worked itself out, bro. And I don't know. It's just been good ever since.
Absolutely. I will say, Wood, it's a blessing and an honor just to see you elevate, man. Just your whole persona took, I'm not even going to say change. It just took a step up. Your confidence, your experience, everything. It's just, I'm like, my dude out here doing it, man.
And part of that shit is like working out too, bro. Like us hitting the gym
you know
and shit
what that
all the
is.
time, bro. On top of all this too.
On top of all
I'm
that.
like, shit, bro. Yeah, you can't tell me nothing, bro.
Can't tell nothing. That part.
It is what it is.
No, just wait. So we just got our screen print shop set up in the back.
Oh,
it's like not all the way. It's like 90%. We just need a couple more things before we can start rocking.
What?
And yeah, Woody's like, he's the Oliver print king right now. Like he's definitely pulling in all sorts of crazy steals. And he's like the only reason we even like got the crazy Oliver print tees in, because he's like, he knows everything about like all like the boots, all of like the authentics, and he's like always hunting for good deals on them so we can pass them on to customers. Yeah. But with the screen print setup, he's gonna start doing his own designs and shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for that.
And I love that empowerment you put in with Woody, with your, I'm gonna just say teammate. That's amazing. Yeah, just empowering. Because I mean, you're only as good as the next man to you, and that's amazing to have everyone up with you. So I like that.
Yeah, no, that's what it is too. Is like that's everything in life, business or relationships is all about your team. And if you can't help your team out and your team can't help you out, then you shouldn't be a team.
That part.
And, you know, it's like if your team is doing good, like, man, that was like 2 days ago when Sasha called me and said, I just got the job, level 2 designer Nike. Straight out, like not even starting off. Like I'm just like, I'm already above designers. And it's like, dude, that brought so much joy to my heart. And I was like, dude, seeing someone that's like your buddy, your teammate, someone that's like helped you out, someone you helped out, get to that level, like, dude, seeing your friends get in positions where they can like blow up is so cool. And that's the other thing where like I was saying with Portland, like people are afraid of competition, where I would never understand that, because let's just say if Woody like blew up so hard on like his t-shirts or like reselling stuff that like he opened up his own thing, he's not going to send people over to me.
That part, thank you.
Yeah.
Not like, and like if we blow up, like I've told Woody multiple times, like he's got a piece of the pie, but like if Sasha going out and not cutting and sewing for us as much and being like a high-end level designer at Nike, like obviously like he's gonna show us some love.
Absolutely.
Because we're friends and we like are there for each other. So like when people get weird about it and they're like, don't do this with that guy because, you know, like I taught him. And it's like,
right.
Cool, like whatever. Like, you know, your homies gotta blow up, and like that's the whole point in life, is trying to lift up your team.
Exactly.
You know?
And having that trust. I love that you say that, Wyatt. It's like something my parents always raised me on is like, you never know what somebody could do for you. So always, you know, be good to people, strangers, whatever, because you never know. And
Seriously.
It's like with your teammate Sasha, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you didn't know he's going to get level 2 Nike designer. Now look, he's there. And I mean, I'm sure he's going to give back any way he can. The energy just doesn't lie. And I have so many testimonies like that. Where I was good to somebody who I barely know. They come around, hey, I'm so-and-so, I can do this for you. Especially now doing this with the podcast. Makes a brother cry, man.
Yeah.
Always be good to people.
Yeah, it's a real thing. I feel like I was having a conversation with one of my inventory guys, and we were like bullshitting the other day, and he was like, man, sometimes I wonder if like some crazy stuff happens. I'm like, is God testing me right now?
That man,
and I'm like,
yeah,
I could see that. Like, yeah.
I feel that. Why? Like, I'd be like, dang it, man.
You know, like, and I feel like if you kind of have that mindset, whether or not you believe or not, but if you have that mindset throughout all of life,
absolutely,
and you try and do the right thing, then the right thing's going to come back to you.
Absolutely. You know. Might not come back the time you want it right there, but it'll come back. It'll come around.
Absolutely.
It'll come around. Absolute. And you know why? One of my favorite models, and I will always say this, man. A lot of people want to see you do good, just not better than them.
Yeah. And that's the thing that I was saying, you know, like,
it's a cold
I want
truth.
everyone to do better than me, because like if my team's doing better than me, I'm doing better than what I was doing.
That part.
You know,
we can all eat. We all got our bills paid. We got food. We can, you know, that's all it is. I'm trying to have it at a point. Hey, dinner on me tonight. Oh, let's take a trip. Let's go do this. Not even blink an eye. Just call it good, man. Woody, we talk about that all the time.
All the time.
That's the goal. And it's always we. It's not me. It's we. We go do this. We go do that.
Yeah.
That's how it's got to be. I mean, if you view it as you and people around you, it's not going to come for you. I mean, in some people it does, but then it falls apart, because anytime you level up, you have more to manage.
Man, that part.
You know?
I will say, this meant a lot to me, you guys. True story about you two. You know, we did the walk and talk at your shop back in May, early May. And then fast forward about 2 months later, late June, mid-June, when me and my cousin was going to Mexico, we was able to stop by Pallet and just kick it. And like, it might be a small thing, but it meant a lot to me. Just being able to have somewhere to go and just see allies, see family, and be like, you know what, I'm safe right here. I can kick it.
Chat, go grab some food, chill, whatever.
No.
You can skate if you want to, shop.
What
more could you ask for?
What more can you ask for? Like, that's amazing. We on 2 different journeys, but we can still be right there together and just, hey, what's up?
Come see Odin.
Kick it with Odin. Good. Shout out Odin. Woo woo.
Yeah, that's a big part of, like, for me, like, with clothing and like stuff like that, the history of fashion and the culture of fashion is like 2 of the biggest drivers. And when it comes to like like if you see like a cool like superhero tee and you're like, man, I remember that from my being a kid, and everyone sees that, it's like it all draws us together and it creates a community of like many kinds. And so I feel like that's always been a driver of mine, is to be like a spot where you can make friends, you can hang out, you can kick it, and you can just chill out.
Absolutely.
And it's like it happens a lot more now too that we're on Hawthorne and like not no crazy stuff's going on out of Chinatown or downtown.
Most deaf.
Yeah, that's like a big driver of like what gets me going for sure.
Do you think when it comes to clothing then, do you guys think that the love of the piece of clothing makes it look that much more better on somebody instead of the actual look? You know what I mean?
No, yeah, it's all about how you wear it. I mean, you can wear whatever you want. You know, look at Lil Uzi. He's wearing crazy ass shit that doesn't look good, but he likes to wear it.
Got it,
And
bro.
so he looks good in it.
Because he loves
like,
it. He genuinely loves it. It's him. Most deaf. That is true.
Exactly.
You guys ever be giving out fashion advice to customers that come in? Is there ever times where like, Woody, you like, look, bro, let me help you out real quick?
Oh, Woody for sure, yeah.
Because I
Every
know
day.
you've done it with me. I put myself on the spot. Woody was like, hold up, Des. Let's
Every
just do
day.
this.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like,
People need
I'm
that.
happy to wake up, bro, and like know that I can help somebody like get dressed and like, hey, bro, that you're finna go get dressed to go out somewhere and like, you know, look nice for somebody. And just to say that I helped you out, I'm like, shit, I don't know.
Real talk.
I love it, bro.
Real talk. You did it for me. I was going to go on that date. Remember that date a couple
Yeah,
months
bro.
ago? You said, hold up. Switch these shoes for these ones and then go with this way.
Got you.
Put
bro.
me
And
on.
That's what I'm saying. And it'll hit different. That's what I'm saying. And that's what it's all about. Like, you know, just having different pieces and like mixing and matching it, man. Like, you could have like the same two outfits, but you know, if you like mix a couple things, like, you know, you can make a couple more.
Make a couple more.
And then like, you know, those might look better than the other ones you have.
Yeah.
And that's just, I don't know. That's just all you got to really do. But man, yeah, I don't know. I think honestly, it's a gift. Cause honestly, I like look at people and I'm like, I try and like look at what they're wearing. And I'm like, okay. And I'll ask them like a couple questions. I'm like, all right, I got you.
Most deaf.
And then I don't know, I'll just put something together, bro. Like, I don't know, I want you to step out of the door like you feel like the president, you the man, whatever.
That
You the
part.
queen, whatever you want to be. Women too. I'll help you get dressed. Help you look nice. Whatever you want to wear.
And you guys, you know,
Come to Pallet. Come shop. I got you. I'm
Got 'em.
telling you.
you know, and it's, I always say feel good, then look good, right? That's,
Yep.
I do. And so for you guys to do that for people, we all got to remember there's some people that just need some help. So if you got them feeling good, they going to look good. They smiling bigger. They're more genuine in the day. That's a blessing, man.
Yeah. Take care of yourself. Treat yourself too.
Yeah, you got to.
Health, looks, man. I mean, to an extent, and looks like, you know, just like whatever makes you feel good. Like, you know, you ain't got to go crazy with it or try and impress people, but just whatever makes you feel good. That's ultimately what's important.
Yeah, that's kind of a cool thing too about with the shop. Like I talked about like what stuff like gets us going. But then also like after we've like kind of done this long enough too, like seeing stuff that like, oh, there's someone that's gonna really dig this, even though it's like not for me or like not for Woody. And we can still like, all right, we're gonna pick this up because we know someone's gonna like be stoked on this piece.
I see what you're
You know, and
saying.
like kind of like get those pieces together. So we kind of have something for everyone where it's like just a bunch of puzzle pieces on how you like put stuff together.
Exactly. And that's just like from, man, like going to school, like in middle school and remembering like, hey, man, I remember this girl, bro. She was like in love with Twilight or something like that, an old shirt from, I don't know, old Tommy Hilfiger, apple bottom jeans.
Damn.
Just like, you know, just stuff like that.
Right,
Like things
right.
they would never think they'd see again. They'll be like, yeah. People will pick it up and be like, oh my God, I never thought I'd find this. Like, yeah.
That's where like the curation of like the culture comes in too.
Yeah.
Got you. So thinking of other styles for everybody too is huge. Not just what's in, but how can we curate to this group or that group?
Yeah, like anything respectfully significant.
For
you
sure.
know, like it's it's fun, even though it's like not something for me all the time. It's something for everyone else too. You know?
Absolutely.
That kind of comes in too when we're designing stuff. Like, not everything we drop as our own product line is something like 100% for me. Like, we just did like the full zip hoodies, and I fuck with Bape, but I've never wore shark hoodies. Like, I've liked other stuff from Bape, but like the full zips were just too much for my like taste.
Is that the ones that would zip up over your head?
Yeah, and then your face becomes a shark.
Yep,
Yeah.
I remember that. My cousin had this purple and like black one back when Lil Wayne was rocking them.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
he would rock that thing. I bet you he still got that too.
Oh,
Crazy.
he probably got tons
Thing
of
was
them,
dope,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, and that's when like when we did the full zip hoodies with the brand Improvement Radiant out of Philly. I was like, that's a cool homage to Bape, where we could, instead of doing the shark face, we could do Odin face.
Oh shoot!
And it's not something that like I've ever rocked,
Right,
but it's something that I respect in the history of fashion.
for sure.
And that was where it was like,
sure.
it was very important to like put something out like that.
Absolutely.
You know?
So I gotta say on that note, what generation do you guys think had the best style? I know that generations clothing always going in and out years. You know, 90s. It seems like 90s are in right now. What generation y'all think got the
Shit.
best?
Honestly, probably
Gen X.
I don't know, bro. That's tough.
That's a tough one.
For me,
Dude, yeah.
it would probably have to be probably about like 2000, maybe 2000, 2001.
Okay, early 2000s.
And then like probably stop at
10? 8?
09.
9?
I would say 09. Somewhere. Actually, no, not 09, because there was a lot of cool stuff after that. I would probably say 13.
13?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. And then
There's
I
a lot
feel
of
like
crazy
stuff
stuff,
died
man.
down then.
Took
That's
a little,
just for
took a
me
little
and my
dip.
age.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, I
Sheesh.
kind of agree with that. But then honestly, like the 18 to like 25-year-olds right now are like
90s.
they're throwing some like fits on. Like they're like Japanese specific designers and they understand what they're wearing.
Yeah.
And they're
Jeez.
like they're also referencing what we wore.
Yeah.
And they're throwing that together. And that's like pretty crazy.
Most
I
def.
think like it was like 2015 to like 2020, then 2000 to 2009, and then the kids coming up right now are like definitely putting some outfits together.
Yes.
Their shoes are definitely questionable.
Yeah.
I don't think they're
Yeah.
popular shoes or what should be popular.
Which ones? The Crocs or what? Which ones is
Any
throwing
of
you?
the foam shoes. I mean, I get it, dude. I got a pair of foam runners. They're comfy, but like
Yeah.
that's a river shoe.
It's
I
a
wear
kid
that when I
thing.
go out to the river.
Exactly.
It's like
got
our
a
Jordan
purpose.
slides back
Yeah.
in the day. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Woody, I'm
Our
just
Jordan
glad you didn't wear the
slides.
red boots anywhere, man. The red
Bro,
boots,
come
man.
on
I was
now,
scared of
bro.
those.
Bro,
Look,
I
Jake
would
back there
never.
laughing. The boots, I was like in my head, Woody won't do it. I don't even gotta
I'll
say
never-
it.
I'm not that anime crazy, y'all.
Dude, the
I'm
thing
not,
about the
no.
red boots too
Yeah, what's up?
is like it's a problem with like the culture now is like Mischief only released like a few hundred, and like a rare Jordan drop is a few 5,000. And that's like a shoe that like when we see it, and we see shit every day,
Yeah.
it's like I never thought I'd see these.
Got you.
You know, like the shoes I got on now was a New York exclusive release,
Damn.
and it was like 5,000 maybe. And
It's not that many.
no, it's
That's
not.
not that many.
So like the Mischief red boots, everyone you've ever seen wear them
Probably
are fake.
Oh,
100%.
it's a replica.
Yeah. And so when you see someone wearing those, it's like, God damn.
Yeah. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen someone come in the store with those?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
There's this dude, he came in and
It was folding.
No, this guy, he had some good ones on that were like good fakes. But I had a girl working and she was really cute. And this dude came in trying to spit game wearing the red boots.
Oh my
And
god!
I just felt so bad for him because he was just crashing out hard.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I swear, dudes think they can dress the best and have no game. It's like, no, bro. You gotta have some substance to it.
That's the thing too. It's like, yeah, if you have like that, that's a statement piece. But and I fall victim to this too. I get a lot of like t-shirts or like shoes, and I just throw something on. I'm like, well, I got these on right now, so my whole outfit is good.
Right. I'm good.
But you can't do that with everything. Like the red boots, you gotta. I don't even know what you would ever tie that.
Yeah,
in with.
you got to dress up as like Astro Boy or
something.
maybe
You gotta
like
wear some tidy
boots from
whities.
Dora or something, bro. It's like something.
But yeah, no, that's something where it's like I see a lot of people like get something crazy,
Uh-huh.
and then they just kind of like have that kind of try and speak for it. And it's something that the kids are getting really good at now. Like I was saying, is like they'll wear some like super subtle Japanese denim, and then some like 90s t-shirt. And then, like throw in something that like it goes well, the color palette's there, the era's there, and it's like that's respectable. It's just they're wearing a lot of Adidas now, which is kind of sad.
Damn.
Yeah.
The Adidas, the stripes.
Yeah. Not really like Adidas basketball shoes are cool because they're like good. But like the Stan Smiths, the Campuses or whatever, like any of those are just, I don't know. They just don't do it for me.
I feel you.
Although I will say Adidas running shoes, if like
Comfort,
practicality.
I get it. Yeah.
It's
Comfort.
a good practical shoe.
For sure.
Yeah,
like the
but-
Yeezy slides, they cozy as a mud.
Yeah.
No, that's a real thing.
But as far as the look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fought so hard not to get a pair of foam runners until I put a pair on. I was like, God damn.
Like I
Feels
got,
like you're just getting your feet massaged the whole time. I was like, I need to get them.
hey, I got grocery shop in these. I got to walk around in these. I feel you.
Dude, yeah, mine went missing. I don't know where I left them at. And I was like, I have to buy another pair. I hate this. I'm buying 2 pairs of Easy Runners right now.
Oh my goodness, mate. Speaking of Odin, we didn't even touch on that. My guy Odin, the mascot, the dog, the son of the owner, man. How's he doing?
Man, he's doing good. He's 10 now.
Is he 10?
Yeah, but he's like,
But he good.
yeah.
He chilling.
Nobody ever really guesses that he's 10. You know, he's
Yeah.
he's that old dog, but he's still really healthy and really in his spirits.
Most deaf.
He had that. He tore his I guess MCL in a dog. It's like the
Ooh.
dog version of the ACL.
Okay.
And I was sick about that. But the vet was like kind of talking me into waiting to see how it played out because he's so old. Mm-hmm. And it ended up not being too bad. He's running around and fully healed now. I mean, shit. Somebody, I forgot what happened, but we got into it. Some crazy tweaker came in and was wilding out, and Odin got my back when the dude started swinging. And I was like, okay.
Recently?
Oh, man, this was like a few months ago.
Yeah, a few months ago.
Yeah, this is like 3 or 4 months ago, probably.
Dang.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was worried. I remember like the dude started doing some crazy, like, let's go right now. and Odin like went up for him, and I was like, fuck. And I like quit paying attention to him, and I was like, don't hurt your leg.
Odin, wait, hold up.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, he was all good about it for sure. Yeah.
Odin, so world, Odin is the mascot. You'll see it on the thumbnail. Cool, one of the coolest dogs I ever met, y'all. This is just a great dog, and you know Wyatt's son, obviously, right there. How did you get Odin? Did you just go get him from a breeder, or how did y'all?
Nah, he's a purebred mutt, man. He's a.
Damn.
I remember, I was 20, and I was like, I just got out of like my like high school like love breakup. And I
Oh, so you
like,
was
I need a
hurt.
dog. Yeah.
You was hurt. Need a dog.
I was like, a dog's never gonna fuck me over.
That loyalty is real, man.
And
Yeah.
I was like on Craigslist looking, and they posted a picture of him as like a pit lab mix, and I was like messaging everyone. I was like, that's a cool dog. I'll look at it.
For sure.
And then they messaged me back like an hour later at like 3 a.m. It was like maybe 2 a.m. And I was like, no, I can come in the morning and look at him and see if
Right.
I'm interested. And they're like, no, like, he's a pit bull, and our apartment's like not letting us have him. You need to come now. And I was like, that's crazy. Like, you know.
At 3 a.m. That's wild.
So like I looked at my roommate and I was like, yo, dude, like, you want to roll out the Tiger? And Tiger is definitely, like, especially 10 years ago, it was ghetto. And so I was like, you want to roll out with me? Like, we're going out. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. And we rolled up there and their door was open and they were like partying, and Odin ran out.
What?
As soon as we like parked the car across the street, and like I opened my door and he just ran out to me. I was like, fuck.
Oh, he chose you.
Yeah, I was like, this is definitely, I feel like I have to leave with this guy. And so I gave him $20 and left with his dog. And
was that the best 20 bill you ever spent?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah, no, and he was like malnourished. He had like worms. He was like missing patches of hair.
Oh my god.
It was a pretty ratchet like experience. I had to get him like all of his like shots and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then when I went to go get him neutered on like the way there, I was like, if I can't like crop his ears, because I'm like, I just don't want to chop his ears off or like crop his tail. And I feel like not getting him neutered, it, like, made him part of who he is.
Most definitely.
And I feel like it's definitely a thing that like in America, we're so used to it. Mm-hmm. But like, I feel like it gives him like part of his intelligence. And like one of my buddies had a dog, that Junker, that was like the craziest, most intelligent dog. I once seen Junker. He was taught how to catch crawdads in 10 minutes.
What?
We were at the river and we like flipped over rocks and we were like, look, that's a crawdad. And Junker like kind of looked at us and we're like, picked it up out the water and we're like, get it. And he like looked over at it and he started pawing at rocks. And in like 15 minutes, he got a crawdad out the water and like threw it on the side of the bank. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I need something like that. That's crazy.
For sure.
And Odin was raised with Junker for a while, and Junker was not neutered either. And so I was kind of thinking where I was like, let's kind of try and keep that. But then I feel like it just kind of, like, that drive in him kind of gives him that like extra little edge and that competitiveness where he wants to do all the tricks. Even though now that he's 10, he doesn't want to roll over no more. He'll still sit and shake, but he's like, I'm not rolling over. I'll spin around once, but I know how to do this. Just give me the food.
For sure.
And I'm like, all right, you've done your due diligence.
Yeah, you did your part. Thank you, man. Yeah, we got, the guy keep the dogs kahunas, man. Gotta keep them. I did that for my dog Loki. I said, man, we keeping them. Everybody fix them. Nah, bro. He just went and looked right. Look, what'd he do? Man.
Be my dog like that.
Would he be on the couch with him chilling? And be like, nah, bro. He just wouldn't be the same when we did that to him, man. I'd be heartbroken.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I mean, and you know what I mean? Like,
but it makes sense. No, it really do.
Little, like, a lot of like, when you see a boxer and they're just looking at you like they got something wrong with them. I feel like when a dog is not like that, it's like, it's like, oh man, you're smart as hell.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And Odin's almost too smart for his own good too. He'll he knows what times he can like dig through trash.
Oh,
he knows like if we leave at like 4 to go out and do something real quick, he's like, I'm gonna be good.
I'm good.
But if I like take off to go run an errand at like 8, he knows like, okay, the shop's closed. He's gonna be gone for 2 hours.
Right.
And he'll get into trouble.
He ever dropped like a little dookie in the store and you had to just be like, damn, my bad, bro. Pick it up.
Man, dude, it's
a couple times.
Dude, yeah. I mean, honestly, lately, dude, he's been.
I'm going through
so
puppy
much.
training.
I'm not even mad at him because I like keep him there, and this is like the first time that like he was with me for 9 years, 24/7. Right. But now I like keep him at a shop as like a deterrent, a security, and he's definitely like, man, why are you leaving me here? Right. But like he understands that like he's got to protect that, and so like I'll stay there with him. And like every once in a while I'll stay there with him, probably like 3 or 4 days a week. But the other days he's like, I just got to hold it down.
Most definitely.
But he definitely gets a little pissed off when I'm not there with him.
Oh, heck
He's
yeah.
like, I'm going to take a shit on the floor.
Yeah, he's like, yo, I'm going to let you know. It's impressive. Did you train him to be so good in the store with people? Like, dude, I was thoroughly impressed looking around and how he is with customers and stuff. Or did you just get lucky?
I mean, I definitely got lucky. He didn't even bark for like the first 2 years I got him.
Wow.
But I was super, super hard on him. I was so hard that like when he was like from a puppy to like 4 or 5, people are like, man, you're too hard on your dog. But then also you get people that are like, man, it's the greatest dog I've ever, like, this is crazy. And well, you know, I was really strict with him.
Most definitely.
And,
Gotcha.
and I think honestly with the customers, when he was a puppy and I was like in my early 20s, I taught him this trick, cute girl. I'd be like, hey, cute girl. And then he'd go walk up and be all cuddly with the girl that I like pointed in the direction of.
Okay, why?
And so I noticed he kind of just does that now with people. He's like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be just loving on people.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
But he knows how to hit that switch when someone acting up. When someone acting up, he hit that switch.
Yeah, he does it quick too. On New Year's, this is before Woody joined the team. We had this dude fucking try and run out with a bunch of shit.
Oh,
and I had a girl working at the front of the store, and he like tackled her down. And I looked up and I was like, what the fuck? And I like ran out there, and then I tried to grab the stuff and he started fighting me, and he like pulled out a knife.
Oh,
and as soon as he pulled that knife out, Odin just bow and got him.
What?
And it was like, what the fuck, dude? I remember I started just hitting him.
Damn.
Because the knife came out. But Odin was like, he was out there watching, and he won't leave the store unless if he knows he's supposed to. And like if the door's open, he like never goes outside unless if he knows he's supposed to. And so when that happened in like such a blink of an eye, like he was like right there. And as soon as he saw that like weapon come out, he like made sure that weapon wasn't gonna get me.
That's wild.
Yeah, and like
smart boy.
He turns it on quick, and he knows when to turn it on, and he knows like, dude, he's like, I swear, in his past life he was a drug dog.
Yeah, he does not like tweakers.
Yeah, if you can smoke as much weed as you want, and he'll just look at you and be like, all right, yeah, we're kicking it. But you come in off like any of the drugs that like eat your soul up,
that part,
I don't like it.
Yep.
Yeah, when that energy off, they know.
Yeah, and he knows instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that walk in and they're like just and I was like, and like, okay, maybe not.
Yeah, and you trust his judgment. You know,
sure,
you like,
yeah.
shoot, I trust his judgment. That's
Yeah.
why, Woody, you know, I always got to have a dog with me. I have to, man.
I feel you.
Yeah,
Their
it's a
loyalty,
real thing.
it's too supreme.
They
man.
know stuff we don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that energy. Like you said, you smoke some weed, you good. But anything else,
Yeah, it's on you.
shout out Odin, man. That's
Yep.
my
He be
guy.
holding it down.
That's my guy. I'm gonna have to bring Puppy up and let him meet her. He good with other dogs?
He's good with puppies for sure. He's
Puppies.
been so like I'm sure you've had this with Loki. Dogs will try and fight him because he's still intact.
Oh man, yeah.
You know? So Odin's
Yeah.
been like he started one fight and I think it was out of fear really. But the first 3 times he was just like they just like other dogs just went for him.
Did they really?
And now he's like really timid around other dogs. Or he was really timid around other dogs, but now he like will square up and he's like, you gonna try some? Because I feel like every like last like 20 interactions he's had has always been like some other dog jumping at him or like biting him and stuff. I had this my cousin had this crazy girl that he was married to for a little bit that had like a wolf hybrid.
Oh, that.
And she neutered it because it was killing animals. And I was like, it's because it's a fucking wolf.
It's a wolf.
Like, it's not because it's like...
It's just trying to live his life.
Yeah, he trying to be in the woods right
She
now.
was like trying to grill me about why I should neuter him. And I'm like, you have a wolf. It's different. That's why it's killing sheep. And that dog went after Odin. And that was when I was like, oh, like, there's a lot of times where I knew Odin was like different. But... yeah, it like mounted him, and then like he like went back and like kind of nipped at him. He's like, "Don't do that," and then it did it again, and it bit him on the back of the neck, and he just like spun around. And Odin's like only 60 pounds, like he's a big dog, but not a big dog.
Oh, got you.
And the wolf's like 130, 140, and he like took the wolf down, and I was like, "Holy shit!" It was crazy to see. Like he was like, "Nah, we're not doing this."
You like, yo, this dog's next level, man.
Oh man, the first time that. The reason why I got him the gold chain. So
let me check this box.
I saw this chain from this Instagram page, Dark Dynasty Canines, with the Hulk, and
Okay,
he's like a specific breeder, and he gets all of his dogs these big dog chains.
Got you.
And I looked it up, and I was like, man, they're like $600, $700. I don't know about that. That's a lot of money for a dog collar, whatever. And then, like 3-4 months later, after I'm like, I should get it. Nah, that's stupid.
You kept thinking about it, huh?
Yeah, it was definitely because it's cool. It's
cool
super
chain.
cool.
It is a dope chain, man.
And I had a farm in Cottage Grove, and at sunset I was smoking a joint, like looking over my plants, and just kind of just chilling, relaxing. And there's been a lot of times where Odin would we had ducks, chickens, turkeys, and 2 goats, and Odin would watch over them and protect them.
Right. You still got that farm?
No, we got rid of it 2016.
Ah, dang. Okay.
Yeah.
So I had to check.
But yeah, we would have multiple. He got a raccoon one time and all sorts of crazy stuff like that. And he got into it with a fox, and so it was nothing new. Where I was like, okay, he doesn't want this thing here because it's definitely a predator that he knows is a predator or whatever he thinks.
For sure.
But he there's other border collie that would come onto the property from properties down, and she was a girl, so she would come up and they would hang out and play all day, and then she would just go off on her own. But Odin would never follow her. He would always I gotta be here, which I was that's impressive. You know,
that
you always
is
hear the
pretty.
stories of dogs taking off. I don't blame you if you do.
For sure.
But so I was during sunset, I was smoking, just chilling out after trimming all day long, cleaning up all the plants, and Odin just barrels off into the forest. I'm like, what the fuck?
No.
I'm dude, I'm trying to leave right now, dude. What are you doing? And then he runs out, and there's a huge dog that he was chasing. And I was there's a Shetland sheepdog or a Great Pyrenees breeder, a few properties down. So I was like, man, that's a fucking, how they get out here? That's crazy.
Huh, for real.
And then Odin started biting it, and I was like, what the hell? And he was biting it on the back of the leg.
He's we ain't got.
And then he got it and spun it around, and it looked at me. And when it looked at me, I was like, oh, you're a bear.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
And yeah, it was it wasn't big for a bear, but it was the size of this table.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That was fucking terrifying. And Odin treated it, and it was that. He was just sitting there ready to get it again. And I was like, dude, no, get the fuck. We're going.
Yeah, bro, we're
now.
leaving, mate.
Yeah, and it was I was like, okay, you knew that something was and it wasn't sneaking up to get us or anything like that. It was what bears do. But it was definitely too close for my comfort. And Odin was
dang,
yeah, you're not supposed to be here right now.
For real,
And I was okay, yeah, you definitely saved me from that, because that
So-
would have been crazy.
So he earned the gold chain from
Yeah,
that.
that was when I got it for him.
He was
for sure,
oh,
yeah.
you went at a bear. Come on, man.
Yeah,
You
I was
earned the chain.
That was the first time that he fully sacrificed his well-being for mine, and he's done it so many times over.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, they
man.
definitely are willing to die for you.
Man, dogs can be more loyal than humans.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've learned loyalty a lot more from a dog usually. So
Yeah, dude,
I'm
wildly more.
it is. It's crazy to think you look at something, it has a heart like us, it bleeds like us, and it can really teach us so many things. The only thing it don't do is talk to us actual English, but
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Sometimes Odin be sighing and fucking
Yeah.
he be talking and having an attitude.
Talking.
What was it today? He was waiting for Woody to feed him some of the food, and he was I'm not giving you nothing right now. I'll save something for you. And Odin went. I was like, dude, you're such a bitch.
Yeah. He always do. He be bugging me. I'll give him some, but
Some of your food?
yeah, always.
Because Woody, you be giving Loki everything, mate. And now little
I
one.
got to, bro. I got to share with my dogs.
That
They be
part.
hungry too. But yeah, I make them wait, and now I've started putting it in his dog food bowl, with this dog food he won't eat, and I'll just I try and mix it up so he eats his dog food too.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
he's so spoiled. He just leaves a whole bowl of kibble. He's like, I'm gonna get something else. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna
hold
wait
off on this one.
I don't want cereal right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how Loki would be. He'd be looking. I ain't gonna touch my food till you done with yours.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, really?
Yeah.
Man. But I love it too, guys. Good days, bad days, whatever. The love's the same.
No, for sure.
The energy's crazy when you walk through the door. All that stuff. I love it, man. It's a blessing.
It is.
Absolutely, it is.
It really is. Speaking of the store, kind of going back to Pallet, what's some of the most memorable like celebs you guys had stop in? You guys get a lot of attention online. You guys get a lot of musicians, it seems like, maybe some athletes. What's some memorable ones that really come in and come kick it? What's someone that made you go, wow, they're really in the store right now? Like, this is crazy.
There's been a few, man. Too Short, when he came in.
That was recent, huh?
No, that was like 3 years ago. He came in and I was like, yo, man, I'm gonna let you shop. I just want to let you know I grew up on your shit. Like I'm definitely a huge fan.
That part.
I don't want to like do this with you right now because I know you're just trying to do your thing. But like I fuck with you big time. And then the first time Ski Mask came through, I fucked with him like pretty much almost every time it comes through Portland. My homie Il Chris hooks us up and make sure we always link. But the first time Ski Mask came through, I remember he was buying so much stuff, and he was like, "Bro, this is a little overpriced. Can you do me a deal? You know, I'm buying a lot. Like, you know who I am. Like, I know who you're Ski Mask Slump God. Of course, I know who you are.
Right.
You're like one of my favorite rappers right now." And
Do he wear the mask when he in the shop?
No, Ski Mask don't wear a mask. Now he's got that Yu-Gi-Oh chain.
Okay.
Which that's crazy, but. Yeah, he was. That was like at the height of him too, with like X and everyone. Like that whole group was blowing up, and I gravitated towards Ski Mask originally, and then having him come through, I was like, man, that's crazy. Like we were playing foosball all night. Like he was just in the shop for like 6 hours.
That's what's up.
And then another really cool one was Rick Harrison came by.
Oh, okay.
From Pawn Stars.
I saw that picture.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him at all, but he was like looking through the glass. I was like, yeah, come on in, dude. And he was like, all right, fuck it. And he like opened up and we started bullshitting and talking. And I was talking to him for like 25 minutes and I didn't recognize him. And I was like, where do you live? He was like, I'm in Vegas, dude. And I was like, oh.
Was it one of those like, I know you from somewhere, I just don't know what?
I was like, do you know my dad? Like, where the fuck do I know you from? Like, are you like... And he's like, no, like, you know me. And I was like, no, I feel like I do. And once that, like, icebreaker got going, because we were like, it was cool. Like, he was super nice, super polite, and a fun guy to talk to. And then once it clicked over, and I was like, oh, you're Rick Harrison from Pawn Stars.
That's wild.
And then it was, like, sick. It happened to be a super slow day, and it was just me in the shop with him. And he was just spitting game. I mean, because like his business and mine have a lot of overlap.
I was just going to ask that too.
And yeah, he was just like, I mean, because he buys and sells everything. And I try and be like a little bit more to my niche. But my niche is part of everything. And so he knows a lot about my niche and he knows a lot about art. And he was like putting me on a like new artist to look out for. And I mean, dude, it was for like 2.5 hours of just straight game. I remember, I was like, man, did COVID fuck you up too? Because like, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this. And he was like, man, did it? He was like, last month I did like 120,000 or whatever. It was a huge number where I was like, God damn. I was like, so wait, did it get you? And he was like, dude, I do like 5 million a month. And I was like, oh,
snap!
That makes sense. You are Rick Harrison from Pawn Stars. Yeah, you're on a different level
for sure.
But he was just a regular, super normal guy that like was not like an internet personality. Like he is who he is.
That's what's up.
And that was like that was cool. Like even like it's not like one of the people like I'm the most fanboy of, but it was like definitely like a cultural person.
Oh yeah, he's on our TV when we stayed home from school or something.
Learning from him all those crazy
real.
little snippets. You're like, really, that coin came out, whatever. Like, I'm gonna forget about this.
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah.
interesting, cool.
Right.
If I ever see this, like bro.
Yeah, and he was never once like acted different or anything like that. And he just spit game at me for a few hours, and
That's dope.
at the end of it, he was like, I fuck with you, man. Like, and he was like, let me do this real quick. And I was like, okay. And he like grabbed his phone, took out a selfie, and I was like, well, whatever I did at the time. And he was like, that's out to millions of people right now. And I was like, that's crazy.
That's crazy. That is dope.
Yeah.
So he be inspiring you. Like, you ever think like when someone come in and bargain, you'd be like, what would Rick do? $50. And he'd just be like, damn.
Yeah.
I give you
every once
50
in a
for
while,
this.
Yeah, it's fun. We started doing some of the coin flips recently. I like to gamble, so you know I'm down with something like that. But the thing with the coin flips that the kids don't understand, if I'm selling something at $50, it's not a coin flip for 50 or 40. It's a coin flip for 60 or 40. Yeah. If you want to coin flip me, you got to risk it. You know,
Okay.
It's like I'm not losing out and not gaining.
So what that coin flip term, explain that exactly to me, why, Ivan?
I feel like it's something that got popular during a lot of like sneaker con, thrift con, like a lot of like the events that go on. Yeah. And so if someone's selling something at a price, it's a market price, not a retail price. So market price is always subjective. They're like, all right, if this is $500, coin flip for 400 or 450.
Got you.
But if I'm gonna do a coin flip and it's at 500, my prices that I usually price stuff at are fairly reasonable. So if I have some at 400, you can find them online for $5.
Got you.
So if you're gonna coin flip me, it's 450 or 350 or 500 or 300.
Got you. I'm with you.
And that's the thing where like a lot of the kids are like, wait a minute, that's not like, no, we're not coin flipping how big of a discount you get. If we're coin flipping, it's a gamble.
For sure.
You know?
Dang.
Yeah, that's been a fun few times for sure.
That's crazy, mate. So how often do you guys go to events and things? Because Woody, it seemed like every weekend I hit you had a different event with Wyatt. How often y'all go to thrift con or sneaker cons or whatever it is?
I feel like each of the cons that go on are like at least once a year. So we try and hit everyone that stops by Portland.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then
Is it a good time?
sometimes it is, dude. Sometimes, dude, like ThriftCon was fucking horrible, dude. I was just in the process of fucking getting rid of my whole team except for Woody, and now we're on like go time, crunch time, and it's just me and Woody, and I'm like pulling up the U-Haul, and I'm like, all right, we're going.
Shoot.
And I remember like we're loading up the U-Haul. And we're already late. Like
Yep.
we're like behind schedule on everything. Like everyone's
we're
already
rushing.
got their booth set
I'm
up.
like, bro, doing all we can.
Is this when the thing happened?
Yeah.
The thing?
bro.
Ah.
I like stepped outside of the door and I see Woody. He just like grabbed onto this pole and his like arm slipped, and he like fell down and he stumbled. And I was like, oh man, he almost fell. And then he just bow. And I was like, oh fuck.
Hit the ground,
He hit his head pretty hard.
Woody.
And I walked up to him and I was like, yo, bro, you good? And he was like, no, my shoulder.
Woody got that bad shoulder.
Oh, dude, I do too. Is it your left shoulder too?
Yeah.
Yeah, we both. I've had 2 surgeries on mine.
Torn rotator's cuff, y'all, man.
Yeah, dude, and yeah, so he like grabbed that and his shoulder popped out. And dude, that if you've ever had that, it is enough to make you faint.
Oof.
Like it is the word. I've broken my forearm in 2 places at one time where my arm went like a zigzag, and it wasn't nearly as bad as any time I dislocated my shoulder.
Dislocating. Oh my gosh, I never had, but I can imagine.
Yeah,
I get queasy when I work out with Woody, being Woody's trainer. I be like, nah, we ain't doing this.
Yeah, so like some of them, like Woody did that, and we were in the middle. It was so hot,
Bro.
that we went to the bar across the street to get some ice water because he was laying on the ground on pavement.
Bro,
I like poured some ice water.
I'm
on
like,
the
bro,
ground.
my arm is burning, bro. I can't even move. I was like,
And then this regular guy, he's a nice guy. He means well.
yeah.
But he tried to come in and like, hey, dude, we're closed right now. Like, I got my guy down. don't go in the fucking store.
For sure.
And then he goes, can I help you? I go, do you know how to put a shoulder back in place, dude? And he goes, I got you. I'm like, well, Woody, I guess he's got us. He walks up to us.
Woody, what you say? What? Just,
Bro,
Woody couldn't speak.
Yeah, honestly, and at that point, if your shoulder's out of place, you're just like, bro, anything to help. I don't care.
I'd let Odin put my shoulder back in if he
right?
could.
If you knew how, I don't really care.
And when it's out, it starts spasming too, trying to go back in.
Yeah.
But it doesn't go back in, and it just starts ripping and tearing more. And
oh
it's just
yeah,
like,
forget it.
rips
Knock me out. Knock me out and do it. I'm sorry. Punch me. Bah.
This guy walks up to us after telling us he knows how to put a shoulder back in place. He goes, "Don't worry, I was a PE gym teacher." I looked up at Woody. I go, "Here we go." All right, dude.
Yeah, and I literally told Wyatt, I was like, bro, fuck it. I was like, I don't even care, bro.
Oh man, dude. Thankfully, man, he's a genuinely good person, and he drove Woody to the ER.
Bro, help me
so
out.
he didn't get the shoulder in, but he took you.
No, dude, it wasn't going in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a hook in my shoulder, so that's why I wouldn't go back in.
Okay.
So they had to like put me to sleep and then get my muscles to relax like naturally, like if I'm like asleep or something, like and
Dang it!
back
What?
in.
Oh,
Yeah, it was bad. But yeah, he helped me out, man. Helped me to the hospital.
Dude, but then the next morning too, so like I was able to get all the stuff there and kind of get it figured out before they kicked us out. And the next morning, Woody just pulls up ready for business. He didn't like nothing. He was carrying a bag. I'm like, dude, don't fucking pick shit up. And he's like, no, I'm good. I'm good now.
Yeah.
Like, dude. Yeah, he was a real one for sure. He did not.
I was excited. I was excited for ThriftCon. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
for sure.
I never got to go to anything like that. Always like talked about it. I love clothes, love thrifting and stuff. So I was like, bro, I'm not missing this for shit. Like I didn't care. Like
drug me up. I'm
pulling up, man. Nah, not even no drugs. Some Tylenol, man. I guess if you count that.
Yeah. Nah, that ain't man.
Yeah,
Shit.
that's it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I pulled up, bro. I don't know. Yeah, I was in pain, but I don't know.
Not all of them go good.
Yeah.
At all. I mean, and then not even enough people showed up for it to be worth our while. But it was a fun time. Still,
it was fun.
Yeah, we got to meet cool people.
Yeah,
for sure.
It wasn't,
cool
but like
meeting
right after that,
everybody.
we did Project Paps. That was the first event. Actually, no, Jake was at ThriftCon too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Shout
Jake's
out
been
Jake.
helping us out for a fucking while.
I
now.
bet.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did Project Paps and like got to meet Denzel Curry. T-Pain.
That was crazy.
Oh shoot.
Yeah,
Kenny
it was-
Mason.
Yeah, dude.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, Woody got to meet Kenny Mason and Denzel Curry, which I was a little jealous about, but I got to meet T-Pain.
I think that's more legendary.
Yeah, that's definitely
bro.
he's
I
more
was
Pain.
like,
I
that's
really fuck with Denzel
T-Pain.
Curry, but I remember like I went up to T-Pain. I was like, T-Pain, I have a hoodie for you, and he like looked over and he was like super cool,
See,
super
that's
polite. Like,
what's
hey
up.
man, I appreciate you giving me the hoodie.
That's
And I like talked to him for a little bit, and I just like, all right, I want to fuck with you. Because a
Love
lot,
that.
like when you get that instance of like, you look up to someone for everything they've done in life on so many different levels. You're like, man, you are a go getter. You get it. You like.
I'm at the bar.
That's buy you a drink, man. That's
dude,
all
even
that.
now, like right now, he's a Formula One drifter.
Yeah.
Like he has a legit Formula One drift racing team,
What?
and like he does so many different things on so many high levels.
His streaming's going crazy.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that.
And so like I try and be like mindful of not even like at like the level of nobody that I am. I still get like in Portland only. Like if I go out, I won't get noticed, but it's still like, oh man, I'm trying to have dinner right now. I'm trying to
For
get
sure.
a drink. I don't want to talk about my favorite shoe.
Yeah.
So like I try and be more mindful of that. And I was with T-Pain. I was like, yo, dude, here you go. I fuck with him. And like we talked for like 3 minutes, and I dipped out. But it was cool to
That's
like see him
amazing.
backstage and do all that. Project Paps was a fun time.
See,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
That
Yeah.
was crazy.
Yeah, you
Was
got to
it?
kick it with Denzel Curry and Kenny Mason for a little bit too.
Yeah.
Oh, you was big chilling.
Yeah, that was
So-
super chill meeting them. Super nice guys. Denzel. He was practicing like, for a set he was about to do. Brought him the hoodie. And he just came up to me and, took the time
Just
out of his
chill,
day,
man.
treated me like a regular human.
For sure.
Super chill dude, man. Shout out Denzel. And Kenny. Kenny's cool too, bro.
I mean, but Woody, you
Yeah,
just
King's on, but good show.
you just keep that good energy, Wood. So I'm not even surprised at that. Like anyone that talks to you, man.
Yeah, man. And that's how I feel too. Like, you know, all the celebrities and stuff, they're human too, y'all. So
For sure.
treat them like that, man. And like, you know, and that goes for like paparazzi and stuff too. Like, you know, asking crazy questions and just like knowing people are,
Man.
Bro, with that Matt Ox video that went viral,
it's
dude,
crazy.
everyone is talking so much shit about this kid who's not even 20. He just modeled in Vivienne Westwood and Palace collab. Like, everyone's like, oh, this guy's a piece of shit. And it's like, dude, his life was so traumatic. And he still beat all
Doing
the odds.
something.
Got collaborations with huge. He has a huge song with X,
Man.
and like he has huge songs on his own.
That's the kid that you did the video with, right?
Yeah, dude,
Okay.
we were getting hate comments still to this day.
It's crazy. I was reading some of those,
And
man.
it's
I'm like,
like-
whoa.
Yeah.
How do you guys deal with that? How do you guys deal with the haters?
We
What's
don't
your
pay
guys?
no attention.
You don't read the
Like,
comments too
when
much.
it comes to us, it's like
For
fuck
sure.
you, whatever.
For sure.
Yeah, bro. And that's the
Anyone-
thing. Me and Matt, we talked about this too. I was like, bro, honestly, bro, I was like, just keep on doing you, bro. And I was like, and if people don't like it,
Absolutely.
fuck them.
Yeah,
and
do
we
what you
literally
wanna do.
said that same line at the same time. If they don't fuck with it, fuck them. And like
Absolutely.
that part, bro.
You got to have that mentality when
Yeah.
you're leveling up, right? I mean, you got to.
That's the thing too, is like what you're doing because you love to do it is what nobody else loves because it's what you love. And so everyone's gonna try and like the amount of like hate comments we get on that, and like some of them are funny and I get it. And it's like not, some of them are just trolling.
Absolutely.
But then like, and it doesn't affect me emotionally at all. I just like look at it out of curiosity. But like the people that are like talking shit about this kid who's 20, I think he might be 19.
Yeah, he's
Young. And he's like
blew up whenever he was like, bro, like
13, 14.
yeah.
Wow.
I don't even
Dude.
think that, bro. I think he was like 10, 11, honestly, bro.
Yeah. And it's just like,
And you
yeah,
guys sound
like celebrities are people too. This kid is from a very hard part of Florida, and he's like somehow made it out of that, and he's somehow a Palace Vivienne Westwood model right now. He's
Probably
somehow,
kicking it with your favorite rappers.
bro,
For
doing
sure.
all the stuff that people want to be doing, and it's like to look down on someone for doing something they want to do, even if they don't have the hairstyle you think is like, bro, just let people be what they want to be. That's kind of the cool thing about like having all the different styles too, is like we try and have something for everyone, even if it's not for us. We
Yeah.
know what is like culturally relevant, and so like there's something for everyone to pick up, there's something for everyone to dig, but it's like a welcoming spot for people who, even if I wouldn't personally go out and hang out with Matt Ox, I respect Matt Ox as a person because
There you go.
he's a human, and I want to be able to have that same environment for Matt Ox to come into, or anyone like him to come into and be chill and respectful and feel like he belongs there. You know what
Man,
I mean? That's part of like that streetwear community.
Absolutely.
On all aspects of it.
Absolutely.
Spent bread with us, didn't have to, came and checked out the shop, told us, like, you know, felt like home, bro. Like, you know, like shoes, just picking out whatever clothes.
That's huge.
Helping them out, bro. You know what I'm
And see,
saying?
that's just
Good
back to the
people.
testimony. You put good out there, it's going to come back to you eventually.
Yeah.
You know, I think you guys literally just said it, Wyatt. I mean, like you just said, I try to have something in the store for everybody. That means a lot. You know, not everybody do that. And then you get in that recognition, that love, and that respect. It's a beautiful thing, man. Literally full circle moments right there.
Yeah, no, it is cool to see people happy when they grab something. You know, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm glad you're happy about getting that.
Especially the ones that, you know, might not usually shop at a store like yours or something, but you had something they like.
Yep.
That's the best part. Really is, man. How I know it's so easy, man, y'all, to talk about our successes and the highlights, but I did have this question lined up for us because this is a safe space to talk, and this is a podcast. I always want someone to take something else away from it. I want to ask y'all, how do you guys get through dark times personally? I know we all been through something terrible in lives. How do Wyatt and Woody navigate through some tough times in their lives? Do we go get a drink? Do we meditate? Do we go for a walk? What we do? Woody, why you laughing?
Because, bro, if y'all know me, y'all already know, bro. Like, shit.
I mean, for real, y'all. What's a move we make happen,
honestly,
man?
What I do is what helps me. Probably just hitting the gym will help me. Even though, because it's like I'll go to the gym like in a bad mood or whatever. Just be like, mad, just angry, like, got so much on my mind. But after the gym, I'm like, and I'm already like, I done complained to Dez, like, bro, like fighting with him, like, I ain't trying to do this.
That part.
But I push through and do my best, bro. And I'm like, after that, I'm like, all right, bro, like, I put this energy towards something positive into myself. Like, I recycled it. I didn't go smoke or drink. I'm not saying I don't do those, because I do. I be rolling the backwoods, y'all ain't gonna lie.
That's cool.
Shot a jack and I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But those are better after you work out, though. After you get the workout in.
After, though. Yeah, like, and that's my thing, too. Like, I've been trying to grow up, too, man. Like, y'all take care of yourself. Like, try and find, like, a healthy way to release stress or anger or anxiety and stuff. Like, that's, like, from drugs. Even, like, prescription drugs. Like, and I get it if you need them. But if you don't and you can do something that's going to, like, make a change, do it.
For sure.
Like,
for sure.
Just working out, taking a walk. I don't know, man. Like, literally anything. Just something positive.
Was that a crazy shift? Like, you could have been relying on other things in life and then you realize, oh, I could just work out right quick or I could go for that walk. And you're like, wow, this actually really helped me. Like,
yeah. And yeah, bro, it did shock me, and it's
kind of eye opener.
Just the people I surround myself with too, and like see what they do.
Absolutely.
And like Des, we started working out, bro, and like you know what I'm saying. You don't smoke. You don't. You'll sip occasionally. Like you'll have a drink here and there, but like you know what I'm saying. You be in the gym. You be on work, chilling with your fam.
Thank you.
Just taking care of business, bro.
For
I don't know, just bettering yourself. And I'm like, shoot, bro.
Absolutely.
That's what I need to be on too. Like, I can't be around you and going the other way. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like, it just don't look right. You just want to put yourself around good people who understand and will just lead you to some healthy habits, y'all. So just find a healthy habit that's going to help you escape all the stress and whatever it is. Dark times.
Hell yeah.
Mine's way opposite. I feel really bad about that.
Wyatt over here thinking like, damn.
Yeah, no.
Nah, what's up, Wyatt? What's up, man?
Man, I feel like I'm like 35% Norwegian and my grandma was like 100%. And so that was like the part of my like heritage that like I was raised on. And so like definitely very Nordic, very Viking kind of family growing up. And
dope.
When times get hard, I always kind of view it as like going to war. And I definitely mentally prepare to leave everything on like the battlefield of what's to come.
Absolute.
And I feel like that's definitely kind of been one of my strongest points of like I was saying to one of the kids the other day, like anybody can run a 6-minute mile. You just have to be willing to die to do it. And I'm not saying if anyone runs a 6-minute mile, they're going to die, but it's a mental headset.
Yep.
You have to be willing to put yourself through hell and don't stop. Anyone can run and give up.
Right.
That 6-minute mile, but if you can just keep up running and keep on trying to keep that pace up, you're going to be able to get a 6-minute mile.
Gotcha.
If a dark time comes and you don't give up on it, you're going to get through it. One of my buddies, Lord Knows, he owns a brand, Lord Knows, Chris, we were talking 2 years ago, and it was like in the peak of like the downfall of small business and brands due to COVID, and nobody really like spending money like they were doing. And I remember he was telling me about his buddy saying, if you imagine everything as like, if I need to get my business to 100,000 in sales a month, and you picture it as like, I'm going to walk across a bridge to it, it's easy to stop halfway through, or it's easy to stop trying that 6-minute mile pace. But if you look at everything as a sense of like, I got dropped off in the middle of the ocean and I don't know how far land is, but I know it's in that direction, you're not going to stop until you get there.
That part.
And that's definitely like when dark times come, I like buckle down, and I give it everything to get through it, and I pull no shots to keep it up.
For sure. I love it, man. I love it. It's funny you say that, because bad times come, I'll be like, good. I get to see how strong I am.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I didn't get this. I didn't get this achievement I wanted. Good. I get to see how I react.
It's clutch time. That's what time it is. It's clutch time.
Oh, this person denied me, whether it's a date, it's an opportunity, whatever. Good. I get to try another way.
Yeah.
You know, that's my thinking each time.
You're
Something
down
bad
by 7
happened.
and you're in the red zone. It's time to make it.
That part.
Yeah.
Like you said, we in a war. I feel where you coming from, man. Good. I'm going to find out.
Jungle.
Because I see other people around me. I look left and right. Besides my team, I'm like, this person don't want it. This person don't. I got to get it. I got to have it, man. So I feel that,
it's
man.
not a choice. It's like, you got to get
It's life.
It's life, man.
Yep.
Life. Otherwise, it's just my favorite saying, die in the comfort zone. And it's, ain't nobody want that.
Nope. Not at all.
That part right there. It's you know, and you gotta, that's another thing. You gotta speak up when it's time to speak up. Get your team ready, get yourself ready, and just be prepared. Prepare for battle, man. Every time.
I did that yesterday, man. I gave Woody a call. I said, man, this is the week we gotta push hard. Like, we just restocked our inventory. We just ended a partnership that we got to pay up for, and we got a big lump of checks going to get cut, and we're like, we gotta make sure that money's there when it comes.
Absolute.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
You definitely gotta. That's part of having the team. That's part of why I like getting people like Woody and Jake on the team is a blessing, because it's like when time comes,
we figuring this shit out.
And,
man.
And you know, everyone's good at doing what they're doing.
I love
like,
that, man. Oh.
It's cool.
Man, I got to dap you up on that, because that's me and my team right here,
dude,
man. Like, straight up, man. I can look to my left every single time, and I know I can walk through battle with them, man. So I feel you every time, you know, and Woody included. I could call Woody anytime. I call him, that's my counsel right there. Hey, him and Tev, real quick. So, you know,
it's a blessing. I'm a person who needs counsel too. I call Woody every once in a while, like, bro, am I being crazy? Am I about to be a Wyatt right now? Like, am I being a Wyatt, or is this sound sane?
Yeah, does this sound right?
A crazy person? Like,
you guys, ask Joe and Kevin. And then my mom, she just knows me. She my mom, but I'm like, man, is this right?
Yeah,
exactly.
No, you got to have the people around you that aren't yes men. You got to have people around you that are willing to be like, look, dude, I want to do it like that.
Yeah.
But you also got to have people around you that are willing to tell you the truth, but also are willing to understand. Like Woody and I were talking about, like, you can't have people around you that, like, if I want to do this and this is what I want to do, you can't have someone around you saying, nah.
Okay.
But you know, you got to have people around you that are saying, like, if that's what you want to do, that's probably not the best idea, but I know why you want to do it, and go for it. I'll be here.
Yeah. I like that.
You know?
I like that for sure. For sure. I think that, Wyatt, that's deep. I'm an only child, man. And like there was times I would, oh, you are?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can probably relate when there was times that battle mentality. I got this. I'm just going to figure it out. It wasn't even cocky. It was just stubborn. Like, I'm just going to do this.
Yeah,
but, man,
absolutely. I mean, there's no, when you're an only child growing up, you're like, yeah, this is me.
It's
like,
me,
It's like, yeah.
So as you probably can relate, it's a relief when you get a team and it's like, okay, I can trust these people. I can rely. There we go. We're good. Like it's a little bit easier that way, man.
Oh, big time.
It really would. How do you guys stay motivated? How you guys keep going?
For the love of it, man. I mean, there's a number of things that keep me motivated, but there's nothing else I can do. It's not even that there's nothing else that I love. This is the only thing that I can do. Like there was a good example was like I worked with this brand that I was retailing his brand, but he also played basketball overseas, and we did this pop-up event at this like lowrider expo, and it was really bad, and I was like, fuck, man, I like really need some sales coming in. This just isn't good. And he was like, I need sales too, and I was like, dude, no, you would like sales. I need sales. Yeah. There's no, man, that was an okay day for me. Like every day needs to be a good day, and this is like everything I have. But also with that like high level of stress and like mentality of like I can't lose this, it's still like I wouldn't want to wake up at 5 a.m. to go get told what I'm going to do, or get told that like my numbers at the warehouse aren't packing enough, or like my numbers at the firm aren't adding up, or, you know, I could work a little bit harder, or can I like do this overtime on my birthday or whatever. Like I'm the kind of guy that wants to do everything that I want to do the way I want to do it. And that ends up being where I need to, you know, like I work like 7 days a week. I take off maybe 1 day a month. Wow. But it's something that I love doing. But so it's not really like a hindrance on me.
For sure.
But yeah, I can't do anything other than this. And that's what keeps me motivated, is knowing that if I have a bad day and I have too many bad days with the business, I will have to end up doing something else, because I can't do the bad days all the time. Man. But then also, like, I can't physically do anything else. So, like, I need to have good days. And that's what keeps me going.
That's deep, man. That's intense, man.
Yeah, it's intense. A lot, dude. It's the small business stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
You got to love it.
Yeah.
I feel like at the end, like, you could be good at something, but you got to love it, too. Like, you got to, like you just said, you got to.
Yeah, that's how it is for me, too. I don't know. It's just for the love of it, man. Like, I was talking to Jake, and our homie Mark, he always brings like in fire stuff.
Yeah, shout out Mark, dude.
Shout out Mark.
I don't know Mark, but shout out Mark then.
Yeah, he always brings in the fire, bro.
Dude, Mark's a real one.
He really is. Yeah. But we was talking, I was like, honestly, bro, I was like, I'll starve for some clothes and shoes or whatever, bro. I'll go hungry. And they was laughing at me, and I'm like, bro, I'm dead serious, y'all. Like, man, for sure. I will eat ramen noodles for a week for a nice hoodie or something. I don't know.
Most deaf.
If I love it like that much, y'all. Like, I really will.
Mark's the same way too. He's laughing because it's true.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know,
Mark's another person like Woody, where like I've known Mark since the beginning, and he's always been himself and genuine with me. He's a very shy guy at first, and for the first few months, I was like, I don't think this guy likes me.
Damn.
And then we started getting to talk, you know, years in, and I was like, dude, he's just a genuine, solid, cool cat that like, he's like one of the guys that comes in and helps out bringing an inventory and kicks it with us and smokes. And
yeah.
But at the same time, he's like one of the people that like, I would like trust him with anything. Like,
we can step out the store type shit.
Like, right, and Mark got it.
And that's nobody else. Like,
for sure. He's like,
like nobody else.
For sure.
And he's smart as shit. He's on some Rain Man stuff.
Yeah.
he's like a whole, like Mark's like his own thing. Yeah, no, I fuck with him big time. He's cool.
That's dope.
Yeah, and he's like definitely one of those genuine team members where I remember I was having a stressful day, and I was like, God damn. And Mark was like I said, he's very shy, and he doesn't say very much. So when you do get him talking, it means a lot.
I was just gonna. It's valuable.
Like,
it's real valuable.
Yeah, and like he like looked at me. He's like, like if you ever need help, you can ask. Like I'll be here. And I was like, yeah. No, I know that, Mark. Like,
He a real one.
Yeah, no, he's like definitely. He's helped us out a ton.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's dope. So you guys, let me ask, as you guys are growing, social media is growing. Woody, you did that dope video, by the way, walking to the food truck. I saw you.
Yes, man.
That was sick,
bro.
dude.
That was dope.
That was a one take video.
Was that one take?
I edited out a whole sneaker video. There was a whole bunch of like clips of sneakers going into a cool circle. And I go, Woody, put on this shirt and walk out the video. And Woody's all model-esque and shit.
He really did
like,
that
take
smooth.
A video and then let go. And then I click post and it gets more views.
Yo.
I'm like, God damn.
It be those videos, Wyatt.
Yeah,
it be
no,
the
you
behind the
never know,
scenes,
yeah.
candid.
Yeah.
Forget it. And Woody was smooth. Got his food. Made me want to drive up and get some. I was like, damn, that food looked
Shout
good.
out, whoa, man.
Yeah, Chef Will was crazy. I think we're gonna try and have Will's Kitchen pull up on the store a couple more times.
Hey,
try
man.
and make it like a thing.
Give me a heads up.
He can have my money, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
No, he's cool. He's good people.
Dez, bro.
Fire.
Oh man.
Fire.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's horrible.
I wouldn't lie to you, man.
Moms was asking earlier. She was like, yeah,
Hey.
that look good.
Whatever. Vegan, fried chicken.
See, mama?
Man, he didn't even bring
Noodles.
his snacks this time. He does these like
I seen them.
diabetic coma inducing snacks. It was at my very first store in Chinatown. He had a restaurant like 3 blocks down, and we used to do block parties during COVID because it was easier to get street shuts down.
Right.
Man.
And he would just like pull up and go crazy chicken, catfish, all sorts of just crazy good soul food.
Damn.
And then he'd have like these like pound cakes, like Fruity Pebble, Oreo, all sorts
that's
of crazy
crazy.
You already know, Dez.
Oh man, it was bad, man. And then
I'd be in trouble.
during COVID, when all restaurants could do to-go alcohol beverages, he started making these like Hurricane Capri Suns.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's trouble. Shoot. Let me go ahead and get one of them hurricanes, man.
Dude, it was good times. And it was cool to have him back at the new spot now, like the good location.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
I'm hoping we can do it some more. Yeah. It
For
was cool.
sure.
Yeah, and he has his new red velvet chicken and waffles.
Oh, stop, Wyatt. I'm hungry, man.
Dude, I was on a calorie deficit, and I was like, this is the only thing I can eat today, but it's worth it.
But it's
Like,
worth it. Did Odin get a piece?
Yeah, he got a lot of Woody's food.
Right?
Yeah, Odin knows. I don't feed Odin too much, but Odin knows Woody's a
You know,
sucker.
yeah, Woody.
Yeah,
Look at me,
I'll
he's
be
like,
sharing
nah, I
with
don't
my
care.
dogs, man.
Yeah.
Like I said,
That's how I be.
Yeah.
they can't do no wrong with me.
Man. So, guys, I was going to ask one last question before we close out. Fashion show. If y'all could go to any fashion shows, where would y'all go? You know, I had to say one of the greatest questions for last. Fashion show. Which one would y'all go?
Man, I want to go to none of them.
None? You're not going to Paris or nothing?
Shoot.
No, dude. The problem with
I'm
fashion
going.
shows, like, I'm wearing t-shirt, pants, and shoes right now. Like, I'm a very functional guy.
Shoot.
I like when it comes to like brands, like fucked. Like it's Eric Brunetti. He understands the history of things. He understands why he's making this and why he's making that, and he's making like he just transitioned into making a whole like series of like Brazilian jiu-jitsu kind of inspired clothing. And I like that. I like what Supreme does. I like what Pallet does. I like what Brain Dead does. Like when you go to like fashion shows, like Paris Fashion Week or New York Fashion Week,
Too
or whatever,
bougie?
yeah,
Is that
it's
what
like,
you-
what are you wearing? Like,
Right.
you're not going out in that,
Right. Oh,
That's
when it's
not
too
like-
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, you like taped like 5 bags of cans onto you, and it's like avant-garde.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to like, you know, all the fashion week, like Paris, all that, but, and I get what Wyatt's saying. Like,
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
not
that.
with all that, but like, I know when I go, I'm like, I'm finna have that shit on. Like, I don't care what nobody says. Like, all that little trash and stuff y'all wearing, I'm like, whatever, but
You're going to be suited and booted.
I take that back.
Ready.
I go to a fashion week that
Ready.
Sasha threw.
yeah.
Yeah, I would do that. Yeah.
For sure.
Man,
He's
come
the only
on.
high-end designer. that
You would go
does.
to Pharrell's, Louis Vuitton. You
Yeah,
wouldn't-
Louis Vuitton would be
Thank
cool.
you. We there. We there, bro. I'm there. Pharrell, I'm right there. dog.
Okay.
No, Pharrell, yeah, that was a good
That's
point.
different.
Yeah, that is definitely.
If it
different.
was him,
Yeah,
Virgil,
dude, Louis Vuitton's last
Virgil.
his Pharrell fashion walk
Rest of 'em.
with all of like the workwear and cowboy inspired shit was so gangster.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
The digi camo and stuff he threw in there too.
The Detroit Carhartt style jacket with like the oversized pockets.
Man,
I got Sasha working on something like that right now for us. We're also working on a like a Kid Super inspired puffer jacket.
Yeah.
Where it's gonna be like our logoing and stuff, but that style, Kid Super just broke the ceiling with it. Where he made, like a puffer jacket's got like the line sewn in for the padding.
Right.
He started doing, instead of just like horizontal lines or vertical lines, however your puffer jacket is, he started sewing in designs.
For sure.
And like, we got a puffer jacket coming out that is the Odin logo on the back.
That's fire.
That's gonna be crazy.
That's fire.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Now, hey, you guys know I want to get one of them basketballs to put on the set. I should have reminded you guys before you came down here.
Dude, we could do a basketball plant.
Let's do it.
Basketball.
That would be sick.
Let's do it. Now, you guys, we got a website up. We got you guys up there. So, let us, let's work together real quick.
Those basketballs were in collaboration with Plansketball, a local Portland guy who just got a Trailblazer collab.
Dope.
Yeah, so that's another one of the homies, killing the game.
For sure.
It's always cool to see. But yeah, we could have him cut up one for us and do like one of those like Apothos or whatever.
If you can, that'd be a blessing. We would love to have that on Garage Talks. Yeah. I mean, you guys are the winner of the cornhole thing too, so you got the cornholes.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I don't know if is it gonna fit in the car tonight.
Jake's gonna have to sit sideways or something.
If it can, if not, we can hold it for y'all. But shoot, y'all got the cornholes, so
I can probably figure that out too.
Yeah, well, when you back down too,
back and forth.
There's no rush. They're safe right there. They're yours. So yeah. Well, guys, we're closing out. Any last questions? Any last things we need to say real quick?
Man, thank you for having us down here.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you guys taking time out your busy schedules. Jake, you too, mate. Appreciate you, mate. For real. I know y'all busy and you heading back up tonight. It's wild.
Yeah, same with the Garage Talks crew, man. I know y'all busy too, so appreciate y'all.
Absolute. We're back at it probably this weekend, so it's a blessing though. It's cool. It's an honor just having good people come on here and just be in this safe space and keep it real. So
yeah, I appreciate that. Actually, I do have one question.
Yes, sir.
Who's been your favorite interview so far?
Ooh, that's... Oh, really, Wyatt? That's tough, man. My favorite, man. Ugh.
Not necessarily a favorite person, just favorite interview.
I'm going to have to go that Sealman one, episode 24. So one of our latest ones. Sealman was great. He really dropped some great gems. Like, we laughed. We got real with it. Sealman killed it. So yeah, watch number 24, man. Yeah, I definitely, but it's cool for me as a host because I'm just getting better each time and just being here for my guests. So it's an honor, man. But for people to take time out their day to do this, for real, man, I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you. Hopefully we can come back and do this sooner than later too. This is
fun. Oh yeah, it's not a one and done kind of thing. Woody knows that. This is second round, so
yeah. I'm sure I'll have my own solo here pretty soon, y'all. If y'all want to be tuned in,
we're gonna have a fun solo.
You already know. I'm just in the middle of my journey right now. That's all that is.
Hey, we all is Wood.
Yeah.
We headed the right way though. That's the beautiful thing. So I love it. But you guys, for real, thank you for stopping by, having a conversation with me tonight. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, bro.
Blessings, you guys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And world, that's it. Garage Talks 5417 podcast. We got it done. Great conversation with Pallet. Got Wyatt, got Woody right here. Got my guy Jake in the back. So we appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening, talking fashion, clothes, being entrepreneurs, doing our thing here. So we really hope you take something great away. Y'all go ahead and have a blessed up day. We out of here. This feels way better than last shot. It was hot.
It was hot.
It was like 85, 90, y'all. Ah.